Good afternoon, everybody. Mark Riso with PHCC, and I'm joined by Michael Kopp, PHCC's Executive Vice President. Michael, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Lots going on in Washington, D.C. As you all know, the House was able to pass a comprehensive tax reform package yesterday. The Senate will be considering a different version of tax reform to be considered after the holiday, though. So a lot more to come. Right now is a quick overview, though. Some of the difference between the House and Senate version. The Senate version does include a requirement, the elimination of which, the Affordable Care Act. The individual mandate will be eliminated on the Senate side, as well as the Senate didn't include some of the provisions with regard to energy efficiency tax credits. So we're going to continue to monitor that, continue to watch that, but we're really not here to talk about that today, Michael.
Great. What are we here to talk about?
Today we're here to talk a little bit about the preparation for next year. As we head into the last part of 2017, what messages do you have for PHC members and chapters to prepare for next year?
Well, as it relates to legislative efforts, I think number one is that we have solicited we've refined our dates for the legislative conference, right. And those are May 22nd through the 23rd. Right. That's based on the recent schedule that we got from Capitol Hill, so I think people can plan on that. So that's number one. And number two, I think monitoring all of the Rizzo report and the new Solutions magazine, in which we'll include content about what's going on the legislative and regulatory side.
Right. Well, I know it's tough for chapters as they begin to prepare their budgets for next year to plan. And I'm asked this quite often, I know we both are, that in terms of preparation for next year, how does, if you can elaborate, how does PHC National go about its structurally to come up with the issues that we're going to be talking about next year?
Mm-hmm. Well, so I think it's a couple of things. One is that we fully engaged the legislative and regulatory committees, right, to identify what are the top, half dozen issues that that we should be concerned about before we even go to the Hill. And then we outline some talking points for the attendees, and we provide them on site. And then once the appointments are made, folks are up on the Hill visiting and talking about those points. But I think we want to be clear that the priorities that are set for PHCC are set by our members. Right. And so I feel pretty comfortable that when we go up there, we're really representing the needs of the members.
Last year it went very well, or actually this year it went very well. And part of the reason is where we held it. And I know the PHC members were surveyed in terms of how they felt about moving the conference. Can you elaborate a little more about the excitement that people felt?
Well, I think for the first time in a long time, our attendees had a DC experience. Right. The hotel was in DC, all the venues were in DC. We were literally blocks away from Capitol Hill. And so I think people felt like they had come in and they were able to take advantage of all that DC has to offer because they were literally in the middle of it. Obviously, we're offering that again this year, right. And we'll be in the same hotel, and we'll be very close to Capitol Hill, and so I think that makes a big difference. The other issue here is that I'm hoping that because we're holding it in DC, that more of our state associations will bring their leadership to DC for the legislative conference, because I think it's advantageous now, given the venue and the event itself.
That's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, 2018 should be a good year for us. Mm-hmm. I thought 2017 was a good year for us.
Yeah.
Look forward to it. We'll probably have registration up beginning of next year.
Yep.
Or work with it, so people can sign up early and
Absolutely.
get as many people here as possible.
Yep. So I think again, we'll need to monitor the magazine, the Rizzo report, the PHCC online, the EVP team brief, use the PHCC app where we have a link to the events, and I think we look forward to seeing everyone there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anything else?
That's it.
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, same to you.